Hey guys, this is your girl Blackfire, and today I am playing a BTS novel game called To the Edge of the Sky. Now, Chapter 1 finally dropped. It dropped Sunday, the same day as the BMMAs. BTS went top social, and they performed, and you guys already know about it, so I ain't gonna get into that. I'm a fangirl too much. Right now, there's a few things to mention from the creators on Twitter. There were a few character changes. When I press in the options menu, there is a character 7 sprite, and I do believe this is where we can see her character on the screen, and we could turn that off or on. We're going to leave that on for now. I'm going to see how it looks. And yeah, so let's just get into it. Begin. Just gonna type my name in here, and we are going to do the prologue because I have no memory from the demo, except our, our little ball of sunshine was a little freaking sheets. But besides the point, okay. I never traveled so far on my own before. Away from my family, my society. Did I really make the right decision in leaving everything behind? I sigh and focus on the map literally before my eyes, showing through my glasses' virtual screen. Turn right here on the path of Olympia. Okay then. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. The moment I do as I'm told, I'm greeted with a radiant view of the sky. A row of flowered trees line the so-called path of Olympia. A small gasp escapes my lips as I take everything in. I come to a halt, all thought of why I'm here or what I'm supposed to be doing slipping away. The view of the strange pink trees before me steals my breath away. They're so... what are they? A single thought, a memory of a picture in a book comes to mind. The faded pink of the cherry blossom trees in the old picture is nothing like real life. They're even more beautiful than I could have imagined. After admiring the flowers a moment more, I begin once more down the path of Olympia, this time in wonder. Okay, Google. My tumultuous heart already feels calmer at the sight. Olympia City. Whatever I had expected of the country's capital, it was not this raw view of nature in all its glory. The city was touted as a haven and the pinnacle of what humanity could achieve when it worked together. Since so much of Earth is unlivable, Olympia's cutting-edge technology, beautiful architecture, and greenery as far as the eye can see had always sounded like heaven to me. The mere fact that this untouched piece of nature exists on the outskirts of the city, it goes a long way towards proving what I had heard and hoped, that coming to Olympia would give me a chance at a new, exciting, and much more beautiful life. But it won't be easy. I don't even know what team I'll be assigned to yet. I hope I did well if Phantom's test. Phantasm. Is it Phantom or Phantasm? Okay, we're just gonna go Phantasm. God damn it.
Who wants Big Mac sauce?
Yeah.
Hello, YouTube.
Phantoms, also called FASE for short, is the organization who is said to truly rule Olympia City. Though I can only guess at how true that is. They are the ones who recruited me, told me to come here and begin a new life. 7. The code name reminds me of those men I met only a few weeks ago. 9, 4, and 0. Okay. We already know who those are. Okay. It's because of them that I was even able to come here. I didn't say it outright, but it had to be because of my meeting with them. As I walk down the flower-strewn path, my mind drifts back to how my chance at a new life came about in the first place. My clan stopped outside a city again. It's not close enough to see properly, not from our position, but I feel a strange buzz of excitement nevertheless. For as long as I have been alive, it has always been that my people have lived as nomads. I wander from place to place, moving along whenever the weather gets particularly bad. We drifters were established back when some places became too hot to live in due to the effects of climate change. We're a young people and we're still learning and developing our own culture, which changes with our new person who joins us. As long as we have been people, we have accepted anyone from any country and any nationality. Living our lives wandering the wastelands has taught us to try and be kind and open to anyone, but I hear some yelling and jeering behind me. With my curiosity piqued, I turn around without thought. A small group of men stands just at the line of the city limits. What the? They're dressed in clean-cut clothes with their hair perfectly styled and everything about them screaming city dweller. However, threaded through the crowd are some scary-looking thuggish people too. Probably have nothing better to do and just looking for a fight. They're yelling something I can't quite hear, but when I move closer, I immediately regret doing so. Oh, they finally got faces now. Okay. Dirty drifters aren't welcome. Why does she remind me of Rose, though? I feel a lump in my throat. Yeah, get away before you make our city walls dirty. Huh, good one. They could probably make the walls dirty by just looking at them. Filthy things probably haven't bathed in their whole lives. I doubt they even know what the word means. I bet they just roll around on the ground and call that bathing. They all laugh, keep yelling in the direction of our camp. I feel sick. The adults back in the camp can handle it better, but the kids, they have to sit there and listen to this nonsense. They'll get used to it, but I wish they didn't have to. At least not yet. The world is harsh enough without any idiots yelling at us. What should I do? Turn back and go. Yell back. Ignore them and keep walking. Fight them. Turn back and go home. Yo, if it was me, I would turn back and go. No, I'm not gonna do that. Oh my gosh, if it was me in real life, I would whip they. I mean, they're not doing anything but yelling at us. You know what? Fuck YOLO. I still myself, take a deep breath, and step forward, closer to the yelling buffoons. Go home, you idiots. Are you that unimportant in the city that you feel the need to come out here and yell at nomads just to make yourselves feel like you matter? Well, guess what? Out here, you matter even less. These people stop yelling, they look at each other and at me, all shifting uncomfortably. So turn around and go back to your precious city where you can pretend like you aren't a complete waste of space. With a huff, I turn on my heel and march off before they start yelling again. Before I could do much more, the hooded man roughly grabbed me by my shirt and pulling me to him. Oh, you know, free. I glare up at the man, but when he looks behind me, I suddenly realize that the jeers and the yelling have stopped. Huh? What's going on? I twist myself in the man's grip to look around and see that everyone is looking at something behind them. Okay. I see a young man standing there quietly, staring at everyone. He doesn't say anything, but his tense presence seems somewhat larger than the entire crowds combined. A moment later, a man in all black comes to stand next to him with a regal and commanding presence of his own. There's something about them that immediately makes them seem more. Whatever they are, there's such intensity in the first man's eyes that I have to remind myself to breathe. Girl, we all been there. And the second man, I find almost forgot my soul in the composure he exudes. The man in white takes one glance at me and then begins running towards us. Before I can understand what's happening, he has me pulled away from the other man and behind him. He stands defensively in front of me. Boy, I don't need protecting. I would handle it myself, but no, Cookie always, he can handle it. Yeah, I'm gonna help him out. I see that this guy is ready to fight everyone for me, but I'm not exactly the type to sit back and let someone else fight my battles. I step out from behind him, ready to defend myself. The mysterious man looks at me. What are you doing? Helping? Huh? I can handle it. Boy, you can handle anything that come your way. That's not the point. Are we literally arguing right now? It's my fight that you jumped into, so I'm not going to sit back and let you do it for me. Before either one of us can say much more, the man takes a swing at the newcomer. He effortlessly redirects the punch to the side and kicks the man in the gut. I'm Zero. You? I freeze and stare at him. Did he just? I'm Ara. But this is really not the time for introductions. If the opponents were serious, I might agree. To punctuate his point, he decks a guy charging at him in the face, making him crumple to the ground. Two more guys rush at him, and I saw as Zero easily takes them down one by one without breaking a sweat. A man suddenly grabs my shirt out of nowhere and pulls at me, making me stumble forward. I push myself back away from the man and my shirt slips out from his sweaty hands. Seriously? What's with everyone grabbing my shirt? They trying to see a little something. The man regains himself seconds later and moves to attack me. I focus on him, narrowing my eyes. The world around me appears to slow down and nearly freeze. My heart races in my chest as I examine the man about to attack me. Left arm tense. He's ready to punch me from the left. I'm small, especially compared to him, so he's going to try to punch me from below to lessen the chance of missing me. His eyes are focused on my face, so he's intending to uppercut me. The way he's squinting suggests he can't see well, can't afford to get his eyes fixed. My eyes dart all over the attacker, looking for more clues, more weaknesses. He's standing with more weight on his left leg. Right leg injured? Time flows again as the man tries to punch me. I dance out the way, twirling to stand behind him. I kick him in his right leg, right behind the knee. The man yells out and falls forward. He lies on the ground, clutching his leg in obvious agony, unable to return to attacking me again. I look up to see Zero wordlessly staring at me. The rest of the assailants on the ground around him. The serene man from before walks up to us. The rest of the crowd that has been watching us quickly disperses. Some people outright ran away. He looks at Zero. Zero, I think you could have avoided fighting if you had let me talk to them. Oh, here we go. We all know this man. Then he turns to me smiling. Are you okay? Yes, thanks to Zero. I would have been fine without you guys. Yes, thank you for asking. Let's give my boy some credit. Yeah, I was a little rude back there. Yes, thanks to Zero. I wasn't expecting anyone to jump in to help me. No one ever does. But I guess you could call him a nice surprise. Not many people would come to the defense of a nomad, though. So your help was much appreciated. That's heartbreaking to think. You people are probably the kindest and most well-adopted culture out of any in the past 50 years. You open yourself to anyone, guide and help others, pride yourself on equality. It's a shame there's so many misunderstandings between your people and those who choose to stay behind in the cities. The purple-haired man pauses his impromptu speech, a small smile on his face. You're back already? I look to the side. My heart almost jumped to my throat when I see the man he's talking to. Oh my god. Wow. Okay. What the hell? He scared me. I didn't even hear him. No one can hear this man. Nobody. The man barely glances at me before turning to the purple-haired man. 9. I checked the area, but there wasn't anything to suggest it was ever stashed here. 9. Another number name? Nine puts on a pair of sunglasses, hunting away his thoughtful look. I'll be right back. With a quick glance at me, 9 leaves the group. I look at the 2 men I've been left with. 0 won't look at me. He seems stiff as he awkwardly shifts from one foot to the other. And the other guy seems to be spacing out, looking somewhere over the horizon. So we have 0 and 9. I look at the man in black. It's probably a good guess that the numbers are code names of some sort. So this guy probably has a number name too. So, who do you guys work for? Could it be Fazzy? Damn, y'all just gonna look at me like that? 0's piercing gaze moves to me at the same time that newcomer's eyes became laser focused. God damn. Suddenly feeling very nervous, I tried to think of what to say next. Well, who should I talk to? Zero's been there with us from the get-go, and this guy does not look happy to see us right now. So we're just gonna go with our boy Zero. What is Fast E like? So what's with the number names? Why are all the where are all the other numbers? This is X. I've only read about it on the net, but what's Fast E really like? Oh, it's unique. Each department has different buildings, and we don't meet them often. But within the teams, it can be kind of warm, like family. I smile at him, my thought drifting to my clan. Is it like that then? I wonder. 9 comes back before I can ask anymore. You're familiar with the wastelands, right? Would you be willing to help us find something? Oh, yes, of course. You didn't even need time to think. It's my people's way of doing so. We try to help anyone out here in the wastelands, especially since there's few who know them better than us. And we can't just let people wander around and get lost. The heat could get to them and, well, it could be bad. Anyway, I'm happy to help you find any place you guys need. Thank you. We're really grateful for your help. We're looking for an old abandoned church. Oh, here we go. An abandoned church? I wrecked my brain trying to recall the layout of the peculiar area. There was that decrepit building, but I think that used to be the library, so that can't be it. I look out the horizon and it clicks. Oh, it's that place by the dried out lake. I think I know what you're looking for, so just follow me. I brought the guys to an abandoned church as requested. Although the trip didn't take as long as it normally takes me on my own, since the guys happened to have a rover ready to go. It was the fanciest rover I've ever been in, so I enjoyed the while it lasted. I got to sit in front while I acted as the navigator. As soon as we stepped foot in the place, Zero begins to wander around, looking at everything in wonder. But as quickly, 4 moves to him and grabs his shoulder, stopping him. Zero looks back at him without a word. 4 silently stares back for a few moments before speaking. Don't wander around mission sites, especially before 9 has given you any instructions. At the mentions of 9, the 3 of us turn to look at him, but he's no longer sitting where he just was. Zero shakes off 4's hand and walks a little further away. 4 merely watches him. Where's 9? I look around. Aish. Here even. I watch in confusion as an annoyed 4 walks around the church, rocks, and who knows what else crunches beneath his feet. With 4 distracted, Zero seems happy enough to take his opportunity to explore. He glances back at me as he stops to touch and examine one of the statues. Do you know who this statue is supposed to be? Sorry, I'm not sure. I don't know too much about this place, really. We could narrow it down, based on location, to the god or gods that were worshipped here. I can run a search. I turn and jump as I notice Nye standing right next to me. His glasses off, now he examines a different statue. How did I not notice him move right next to me? I take a deep breath. Do all of them do this? I think I might seriously have a heart attack before I get home. 4 appear just as suddenly as the other side of 9. Have you all forgotten we're here on a mission? And this girl can leave now, she's done her part. Oh, that kinda hurt. Even if we were working, I think it's always good to take time out to learn about the world around us, if we can. We might not get another chance like this. Work time is work time, and this is Zero's first mission outside of Olympia. We should be teaching him good work ethic. Yo, I just had chills when that music just stopped right there. 4 and 0 both turn in different directions, looking as if they've seen or heard something. 4 moves away from us while 0 runs up and gets in front of me and 9 defensively. Not without experience myself, I narrow my eyes and look around for whatever it is set them off. Are you expecting someone? We weren't. No. I peek out from behind 0 to see several hooded men standing there. 4 is no longer anywhere to be seen. 0 stands in defensive stance, watching the hooded men like a hawk. 9 begins to speak. This is your hideout, right? Sorry to intrude. You know damn well this is our place. The hooded man looks at all 3 of us and narrows his eyes. A dirty drifter and some freaks from Olympia. There's no way you're not looking for our spoils. Suddenly 9 puts his 2 fingers to his ear for a moment, then some sort of acknowledgement lights up in his eyes. He lets his hand fall down and instead slides on his sunglasses. We're just looking for one thing in particular, really. Something catches my eye, just behind the group of hooded men. Before I can comprehend what's happening, 4 appears as if out of nowhere, grabbing the leader by the head with both hands and he quickly twists it, dispatching the man's ease. Oh my god. It's too graphic for me. Before the body can even reach the floor, 4 turns to another one of the hooded men. He pulls something out of his jacket. I can only catch the flash of steel when 4 moves in a blink of an eye. He cuts the man down so fast, all I catch is the aftermath. Another body falling to the floor. The 3rd man looks terrified out of his mind. Not waiting for 4 to get to him, he turns and runs out of the church. 4 lets out a small sound as he watches the man flee and doesn't follow. He turns around to survey the area, and I find myself watching him in quiet awe. I had to admit, these guys are turning out to be really cool. But our troubles are hardly over, as another one of the hooded men appears from behind the statue. He makes a beeline towards 9 and me. 0, go. 0 quickly nods and rushes to meet the man head on, but he trips over some loose flooring tiles and stumbles. Oh, my poor baby. That gives the man enough time to rush right past him and straight at me. 9 pushes me behind him and pulls out a stun baton from his coat. And with hardly any effort on his part, he strikes the guy with his baton the moment he gets in reach. The guy crumbles to the ground, thus ending the fight. 0, who had already been on his way to capture the guy, looks stunned. He pokes the groaning man. Oh my god. Oh goodness. He pokes the groaning man on the floor with his foot and looks away. Oh. 4 appears next to 0, making me jump once again at his sudden entrance. You tripped, 0. Tripped. That mistake could have been the end. 9 shakes his head. It's his first time. Go easy on him. He's had 13 years of training. He should do a better job of protecting his leader than this. 4 looks at 9 instead. The weather generator is secure. Ah, good. And I hear that the others just successfully wrapped up their missions too. 0 perks up at this and looks at 9. Is everyone okay? 9 nods. That type of mission is 6's specialty, so there wasn't any need to worry. He never let anyone get hurt, not even 5. 0 looks away again, and I felt annoyed with 4. Even if 5 doesn't have a habit of wandering off. Make my boy feel bad. Say something to 4, say nothing. You know I don't want to say nothing to this man, like nothing at all. But we gotta defend our boy right now. I can't help myself. I have to say something. Everyone makes mistakes sometimes, no matter how good or experienced they're supposed to be. You don't know anything about us, so stay out of this. We're not playing here. One mistake could mean the end of a life. If that's true, then why don't you all finally explain exactly who you are? 9 takes off his glasses and smiles. For you, I'll tell you this much. You can keep a secret, right? I nod. I'm sure you already guessed that we're a part of Phantoms. A special team within 5E to be exact. Our missions are extremely critical to the nation. So you came all the way here from Olympia City? 9 nods. Sorry, I can't tell you more about what we do or our real names, but you've seen us work with your own eyes. I can tell you that you should be on the lookout for a special message soon. A message? From Fozzie? 9 nods again, and 4 snorts. Lucky you. I wonder if you'll make it. 0 merely stares at me with an inscrutable expression, seeming curious himself. We'll be going now, and thanks for your help. I really appreciate it. We can't give you a ride back though. Sorry. It's alright. I can ask one of my clan to pick me up. So, they're leaving then. I wonder if I'll ever see them again. Okay, guys, who are we saying farewell to? For 1 and 9 to 0, 4. Let them go without comment. 0 has been with us from the get-go, so we gotta stick with him. Thanks for jumping in to help before. It was cool working with you. I hold out my hand for a handshake. He simply stares down at my outreached hand, and I start to feel a little silly. Looking a little embarrassed, he finally reaches out to shake my hand, his larger one enveloping my own. Yeah, it was fun. Thanks for helping us. I nod and smile. Come on. 0 glances at him, then back at me, and lets my hand go. Perhaps a little slowly. 9 and 4 turn and start making their way to the church entrance. But 0 doesn't immediately move at first, as if he wants to say something else. Come on, kid, 4 calls out. With that, Zero reluctantly turns and leaves to catch up with his comrades. Lost in my memories, it seems I've already wandered into Olympia's city center. Blinking, I look around at the tall buildings, shimmering in the evening sun rays. The air seems so much cooler here, so much cleaner. The greenery intermixed with the beautiful solar panel covered architect gives off an indescribable feeling, as if humanity itself was able to harness the beauty and power of nature and coexist side by side. I take a deep breath and smile. Finally, I reached Olympia City, my dream city. Ever since I heard the wondrous city, I've wanted to visit. I can scarcely believe that I'm really standing here now. Everything looks just as clean, gorgeous, and serene as I've heard. I can't believe I really get to live in this city. I can't wait to see everything there is to do here. People walk around me, likely headed home after a long day, but even they seem in a good mood. I guess you can afford to be when you don't have to worry about starving or passing out from heat. Some of them head down slowly moving walkways, eager to get where they need to go. Others in cars fly above our heads, much higher in the sky. I begin to space out, just admiring the trees and watching the stream near me gently flow past. I try to absorb the feeling I'm having now, knowing that I'll never likely have it again. In this moment, everything feels perfect. The future boundless. The possibilities endless. In this moment, it is as if I regain youth, although I'd lost. I regain the feeling that I can do anything, and the feeling anything can happen. I am able to hold on to this unfathomable feeling, but for a moment, before the light fades away and the world of darkness seeps back in, filtering the low voices of the crowd, from somewhere two voices drift to my ears. I look around and see in the distance a woman bowing deeply in apology to an older man. It's fine. I don't want to hear your excuses anyway. This is the kind of thing I should expect when hiring a single mother. Your kids come before your work, after all. Well, it's not like that. This isn't an everyday occurrence, sir. And besides, that email didn't need to be sent off until later tonight. I can still make it. No, that's fine. I have Matthew do it instead. This isn't the first time I've trusted a woman to get something done and she failed. She didn't even have kids as an excuse, so at least you're a little better. Are you talking about Shuhan? Well, she's young. Exactly, young and lazy. After all the risks that we take hiring minority groups, like women and young people, you think you all work a little harder. You can't get anywhere with this kind of attitude. I can't listen to the conversation anymore. I feel ill and weak in the knees. Here too, even in Olympia City, there's crap like this going on. Even though it's the most technologically advanced city in the world, there's still these kinds of backward ideas. I stare blankly at the stream next to me. A cloud of darkness makes everything that glittered with beauty only moments ago seem mockingly dull. I don't even hear my name being called at first until I feel a hand on my arm. I snap my head back to see Zero of all people standing in front of me. I stare at him in shock. Why are you here? Zero, long time no see. Are you stalking me? Let's be a little playful. Are you stalking me? If I was, you wouldn't even know I was watching, much less that I was here. No, I was sent to come meet you because you're taking so long. Huh? I gasped and quickly tapped the side of my glasses to bring up the digital overlay. The time is 5:45. I was supposed to be there at 5 p.m. Oh shit, let's go. I started walking together with Zero. After a few quiet moments, I glanced at him. I'm sorry I'm so late. Do you know any shortcuts? Maybe. Just one though. One is enough. Can you run fast? What? Because if you can't, you won't be able to keep up with the other guys you're about to meet. Much less me. Before I can respond, Zero runs off at a ridiculous speed. Oh, what a little shit! Determined to catch up, I dashed off through the sunset city after him. Whoa! Oh my god, how long have I been recording? Yeah, okay guys, that is the end of the prologue of To the Edge of the Sky. I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys like this one.
Giants of the empire, strangle my desire, pull the plug side, and I spit